Mrs. Street come blooming down. Mrs. Street may have been ugly and she may have been beastly, but she was not stupid. High up there in the sky, she had a bright idea. If I can get rid of of these balloons, she said to herself, I will stop going up and start to come down. She began beating through the string that hold the balloons to her wrist and arm and neck and hair. Each time she beat through the string and let the balloons float away, an upward pull got less and her rate of climb slowly down. When she had beaten through 20 strings, she stopped going up altogether. She stayed still in the air. She beat through one more string very, very slowly. She began to float downward. It was a calm day. There was no wind at all. And because of this, Mrs. Tweed had gone absolutely straight up. She now began to come absolutely straight down. As she floated gently down, Mrs. Tweed's parachute below out like a parachute, showing her long knuckle. It was a grand sight on a glorious day, and thousands of birds came flying in from millions around to stare at this extraordinary old woman in the sky. Mr. Tweed gave a horror shock. Mr. Tweed, who thought he had seen his ugly wife for the last time, was sitting in the garden celebrating with a mug of beer. Suddenly Mrs. Tweed came floating down. When she was about the height of the house about Mr. Tweed, she suddenly called out at the top of her voice. Here I come, you grizzly old granny, and you rotten old turnip, you filthy old frumpet. Mr. Tweed jumped and thought he'd been stung by a giant wasp. He dropped his beard, he looked up, he gasped, he gaped, he gasped, he goggled. A few croaking sounds came out of his mouth. "Ork," he said. "Ark, ork." "I'll get you for this," shouted Mrs. Street. She was floating down right on top of him. She was purple with rage and slashed the air with her long walking stick, which she had somehow managed to hide onto all the time. "I'll swash you to the swoggle," she shouted. "I'll swash you to the swizzle. I'll gnash you to the nozzle. I'll nozzle to your nasal." And before Mr. Tweed has time to run away, this bundle of balloons and pinnacle of 50 furious fury landed right on top of him, lashed out with a stick and cracking him all over his body.